Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Moderately Anonymous MTG cEDH, the greatest cEDH channel in the multiverse. As always, this episode is brought to you by TCG Player. Hit that TCG Player affiliate link in the description to pick up any of the cards that you see in today's video. It's a great way to help out the channel. And thank you to all of our patrons that make great content like this possible. Become a patron, enjoy Patreon exclusive content, and get direct support to the channel. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, it helps out a lot to click that like and subscribe button. One of the best ways to support the channel, and everyone is highly appreciated. And make sure you visit our merch store to get some official Modanon merch. We've got t-shirts, sweatshirts, and crew necks with original Modanon designs. Moderately Anonymous MTG is now also an affiliate of Ink Gaming. Make sure you use our affiliate link to design and pick up your own custom gaming accessories or order official Modanon playmats. We've got another Legacy Player takeover today. We've got SCG Tournament regulars Brian Coval, aka Bosh and Roll here on YouTube and Eternal Glory podcast host, as well as Billy Mitchell, aka Bad Luck Bandit, host of the Dark Depths podcast. And I'm also joined by Alan from Mental Misplay. Make sure you check them out here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. First up, we've got Alan with one of the commanders from the Street Fighter secret lair. This is Dhalsim, Pliable, Pacifist. This is a mid-range list looking to gain card advantage from its commander while closing out the game with combat damage or infinite mana combos. Next up is Mod playing Krark and Sakashima for the very first time. This is a manual storm list looking to use its commanders to build an arbitrarily high storm count and overwhelm opponents. Third up, we've got Bosh playing cEDH Teshar. This is a mid-range combo list looking to use its commander to perform graveyard loops that can eventually mill opponents out and win the game. And last up, we've got Bad Luck Bandit playing Turbo Nas Tasigur. This is a proactive ad nauseam deck using its commander as an infinite mana outlet. And without further ado, let's hop into the game. Man, I had like a whole seminar with Ken about this deck on Monday. We talked about moles and stuff too, but me and Ken have really opposite philosophies on mulliganing, and I don't know how much I should listen to him.
He was talking about some experiment he did recently where he just would play hands without mulling them, and he said, you know, like almost all of them had like turn 2 or 3 wins except for the one with no lands in it.
He told me there's someone in the Thumbless Discord that does that exclusively. They only take straight 7s off the top. If they do intuition piles, they randomly pick 3 intuition cards out of the deck and put them out.
What?
Yeah. The people in the Thumbless Discord are a different breed. They're absolutely not human. They're goblins of people.
Animals.
They're just absolutely on another planet playing Magic.
Like
they have a good time, though. Is everyone ready to start?
I'm ready to party.
Does anyone have a pregame action?
No pregames.
Nothing for me.
None for me. Good
luck, have fun, everyone.
All right, let's rip. Big draws. Going to drop a Savannah, a Mana Crypt, and an Esper Sentinel, and I'll ship it from there.
Artie. I will draw for turn, play a City of Brass as land for turn, and I'll go to 39 to cast a Mystic Remora. And then I'll pass. And Alan, you can draw.
Play a basic Plains. And Remora is any non-creature spell, right?
Yep.
Bummer. All right. I can't pay for both, so I'm going to play Mana Crypt and think about if I'm paying for Esper Sentinel or just shredding in here. I will pay for Esper Sentinel. Oh, God. Maybe not. This fish just messes up everything. I think I need Alan's help to beat the fish. All right. I'm not paying for Sentinel. So
all right,
go ahead,
Love
Alan.
it.
I'm going to cast the scariest spell in my deck from my perspective, which is Board the Weatherlight. Because as soon as this misses, I'm lighting my deck on fire. And deck's not cheap. I'm not going to pay for the fish because I can't. I'm going to choose Mox Diamond. And with my 1 floating mana, I'm going to play Expedition Map. And I'm not paying for the fish.
This is lovely.
Sorry squad. Everybody kill Dan.
I don't know. How sorry are you?
My turn is over.
Draw a card. Undergrowth Stadium. I'm going to play Mana Vault.
Acceptable. I will draw.
And Alan, you draw 2. I know. I'm done after that.
All right. Untap, upkeep, roll for crypt. Evens will be safe. That's a 5. I'll eat the 3. Big draws. We got a Yavimaya. Everybody's on Forest. We'll play an Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will use the Savannah and the Crypt. And I will play cEDH All-Star Deadly Recluse. It is a 1/2 spider with reach and death touch.
Yeah, sure is. Okay.
Yep. We're gonna punch Billy for 1.
Ow, I'll go to 39.
And I will ship it from there.
Upkeep, I have a Remora trigger. I will pay 1 life into the City of Brass, make a purple mana, pay for that. Then I will draw. I would like to cast a Mox Diamond.
No
I will
effects.
draw.
Yep. I'll pitch a Shivan Reef. I will play an Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. I'm going to pay 2 life into this tomb, leave 1 colorless floating to cast Krark the Thumbless.
How many thumbs does he have?
0. I'm going to move to the end of my turn, and I have 8 cards in my hand, so I will have to move to discard. But anyone like to do anything in my end step?
Nah.
I think it's Stifle. Stifle gone.
Alrighty.
Turn passed.
Alright, Stifle's out. My expedition map is safe. Alright, damage on evens. Those are odds. I'm going to draw a card. Play a basic plains and pass the turn.
I'm going to untap, I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to play a Misty Rainforest, and I'll pass.
Untaps. Roll for crypt. Evens will be safe. That's a 3. Draw for turn. Gemstone Caverns. Play a survival.
Ooh, I get to draw for that.
I have 1 mana floating. Tap for a white, and use the 3rd mana, and I will attempt to cast a very aggressive Sanctum Prelate.
Ooh. Yeah,
I
I
may
can't do
respond
anything
to
about that. I'll pass priority on it.
I'm going to activate expedition map, and I'm going to get Bazaar of Baghdad with that. And then I'm also going to, after I search, I'm going to cast Enlightened Tutor, and I'll pay for Esper Sentinel, but I can't pay for Fish.
I have responses for the Enlightened Tutor.
Okay.
I'm going to tap my Undergrowth Stadium and a Mana Vault.
I'm getting Oppo Agented. My life is pain. All right.
I may also respond to the Oppo. With survival while I can, right? I'm going to pitch Mangara. I'm going to go get Toski. There's your Toski in hand.
I'm ready for the hand.
Okay, I'm looking away.
All right. Let me find my... This card. This
Okay.
card. This card. This one. And this one.
Okay, I actually wanted one of those cards, so that's very important.
Oof,
Got you with the block.
Okay, so Oppo resolved. I'll draw for the Remora, and Enlightened Tutor is also resolved.
Yeah, Billy has made a choice. I'm just sliding it out for him.
Okay. Sanctum Prelate back on the stack now. I'm passing priority once more.
I'm gonna force a will.
Oh wow! I was so
What a
okay,
champion
fair.
of the people. What a champion of the people.
I could have definitely politicked that a little harder because I was really thinking about naming 1 as my number.
It's a tough call here.
Yes,
Yeah.
normally the answer is 2 every time, but
Yeah, but between Brian and me, like 1 seems like a strong call.
1 is very strong between Brian and you, and it does not affect Billy as much, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could have definitely said,
Well, I mean, like the 2 is really bad.
Not
For
gonna
like
lie,
Billy, I mean.
Yeah.
for Billy, yeah, because that's your
That's like everything. Neoform, Tainted
that's
Paths.
your Neoform mana. Yep.
That's what I was afraid of. Also, I paid the extra 1. I have 1 floating from the vault, so I'm paying the 1 for the.
And
Sentinel?
I'll draw for the Remora.
Yeah.
I will pass.
Upkeep, I've got a fish trigger. I think I'm going to let it go at this point.
Oh, rip
We're
Ripperoni.
It only drew like 7 cards. That's fine.
This will be the second time that I think I'll probably have to go to discard, so I don't know how much longer I should keep keeping this up. Like I can tap out
till
for.
it pops.
I'm popping. I think that's the thing now. I think now is the time where I'm actually popping.
Oh no.
I
We
like.
needed
I
that
can tap out
Sanctum
for.
Relay.
Oh yeah, big time.
No, I don't. I don't think y'all are big dead here.
Now comes the Jessica's will.
I have to think about it for a second, but I'm pretty sure y'all are not big dead.
Are we small dead?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm probably just going to tap out for Sakashima and pass, most likely.
Mid-range dead.
Yeah, mid-range dead.
All right.
Need
The
to-
sneaky dead. The small death.
Wow.
I was informed by Ken, who created this deck, that it is referred to in the Thumbless Discord when you only have a singular Krark out and you're trying to like get a little cheesy with your wins. It's called having a naked Krark, just the singular Krark. So very fitting that the little death is playing Sakashima and passing.
Given the missing appendages that we know about, I don't want to see Krark naked.
Oh, God,
I think Krark is naked, though. I don't think he's wearing anything besides that necklace.
Krark the shameless. Krark the fearless.
Krark the unburdened by society-less.
Yeah. Karn liberated, baby.
They definitely go to the same beach.
Yeah, Pantsless Karn and Krark the Thumbless definitely hanging out. All right, we're going to go Cascade Bluffs as my land for turn. I'll take 2 more life into the Ancient Tomb. I'm going to cast a Sakashima. All right, I'll have it come in as a copy of Krark the Thumbless. 9 cards in hand, so I'm going to discard it. Let's pitch a Misty Rainforest into the bin, and we'll also get rid of, I guess, this solve the equation. And then I'll pass.
Damage on evens. That's odd. Draw for turn. I'm going to play Bazaar of Baghdad, and I'm going to activate Bazaar of Baghdad. I draw 2, discard 3. I'm going to discard Treasure Hunter, Benevolent Bodyguard, and Basic Plains.
Okay.
I'm going to summon Teshar, Ancestor's Apostle. Okay, I'm going to cast Mox Amber, trigger, target, Benevolent Bodyguard.
Esper trigger.
Then I'm going to play Mox Diamond, trigger, target, Treasure Hunter. Treasure Hunter comes in, target, Expedition Map. So Expedition Map's in my hand. When Mox Diamond resolves, I'll discard Basic Plains to keep it alive. And I'm going to use Mox Amber to cast that Expedition Map. That's my turn.
I'm going to untap some of my stuff. Draw a card. Play Exotic Orchard. I'm going to sacrifice Misty Rainforest. Find myself a Underground Sea. Does anyone mind if I cast Demonic Tutor? Is that a big deal?
Oh boy, yeah, I mind.
Careful, there's an opposition agent in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
When you cracked the fetch, I was like, don't do that.
Nah. How many cards you got in
SBK
hand?
suckers.
I have 1.
You have 1 card in hand? Yeah, that's probably fine.
Esper trigger.
Yep.
Let's go.
I guess Demonic Tutor here. We're going to put this into my hand. I'm going to take this opposition agent target from Brian, which is a Jeweled Lotus.
Okay.
Solid.
I'm going to cast it. I'm going to sacrifice it.
This
So-
goes to my graveyard, right?
It
Correct.
does. I'm going to play
Not really.
exiling Demonic Tutor, the Misty Rainforest, and the Fourth Will. I'm also going to exile Elvish Spirit Guide from my hand,
Wow.
tap Exotic Orchard for a blue mana, and I'm going to cast Neoform.
You son of a gun.
Fuck.
You SOB.
Is that an issue? Is that in your mind? Are we good?
No, I take umbrage with that specifically.
We all.
You better do something about it.
Well,
Krark.
I'm gonna try, but Alan seems to be holding priority for some reason.
No. My priority is only used to express my disbelief in Chuck.
Okay, I thought it was just big
Past
flex.
priority.
I'm going to cast a Swan Song, and I will put 2 Krark triggers on the stack.
Ugh. Okay. I got
Okay,
nothing.
so I'm going to roll a 6-sided die, and evens will copy it, and an odds will put it back to hand. So first trigger, that is an odd, we'll put it back to hand.
Okay.
And second trigger, that is an odd, and I'll put it back to hand.
Ooh, come on.
Oh no!
Come on.
I got nothing else. I mean, you're good for it.
It's
I'm out of mana. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're in Neoform.
Don't make suggestions. What's like a real bad one? Thorn Elemental. Get Thorn Elemental.
Age the Untouchable.
No, I think I know what it is, but I'm just not going to say it out loud. I'm going to do the Bryant Cook method and just not say the card I hate out loud.
That guy. I'll take.
Oh, okay, that guy.
I'll take Snappy Boy over Toctrell any.
That was not my Macbeth for sure. Yeah.
Oh, cool. It's the giant monster.
Infinite mana, you've got it. I want my guys.
8/9 Hullbreaker Horror, and
Yeah, you sure do.
That +1 counter.
Yeah, I always forget.
What a
'cause
miserable.
the game is usually over at that point, but
Yeah.
this time it counts.
And what do you got for cards in hand, Billy?
I've got nothing.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, that was last card.
Dangerous.
Make it a nasty. All right.
amazing.
Alright, well, go ahead.
Roll for Crypt. Evens is safe. That's going to be Deuces safe for the first time this evening. Big draws. 4 for you boy. It's Toski. I'm going to move to Punchies. I'm going to swing at Billy with the Deadly Recluse. A Yavimaya Hollow as land for turn. We're going to do a Talisman of Unity. Pass from there.
Tap. Draw. I'm going to leave a colorless floating to cast an impulse and put 2 Krark triggers on the stack.
Esper trigger.
How many
Let
cards you got in
somebody
hand?
pay attention. 6.
Sure, you can have it. Krark trigger, good to resolve?
I got nothing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We've got a copy, so put a copy of Impulse on the stack. Am I good to go for that?
Yep.
I will take that one and put the rest on bottom here. And then second Krark trigger. We have got an odd, so I'll put it back to hand. I've got a colorless in the pool. Let's go red here, and I'm going to filter a red and a blue, and I'll leave a blue floating. And I'm going to cast a Dockside Extortionist. I'll make 9 treasures.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Just me and my buds, 9 treasures hanging out. How about spending 2 of it to impulse again?
I'll attempt a swords on Krark. I guess, is it Krark that I want to hit? Or
Could be
Sakashima?
Sakashima. 'cause
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
costs
Sakashima
more.
costs more.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, let's hit it. Sorry, my bad.
the Sakashima, correct? That's totally fine. I've got my Krark triggers on the stack. I'll respond. I have the blue floating in the pool, so I'll cast that Swan Song again, put 2 more Krark
you've
triggers
got
on
the
the
Swan
stack.
Song back in hand. Whack. And it gets 2 triggers, so... Okay, sure.
Maybe I'll miss 16 times.
I mean, I did
Right.
just miss twice on the Swan Song for the Hullbreaker Horror, so you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a copy, though, so I'll point copy at the same target. And then roll for the next one, and it is an odd, so I'll put Swan Song back to hand.
Should have done it in response to the dock side.
Hold
That's
up. I have a response to the second Krark trigger.
Sure, yeah.
I'll try to be the hero here. I'm going to Orange Chant you.
Not
That's
bad.
a really good one. I'll respond to that. I will pay 2 life, go down to 32, and I will cast a Mental Misstep. And put
Well,
2
one of
Krark
these is
triggers
going to
on the
get it
stack.
eventually.
Misstep.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Good to roll for Krark triggers on that.
Yeah, go nuts.
All right, we got a copy, so I'll copy, point the copy at the Orange Chant,
Yep, it's countered.
and then
Yeah.
I'll roll for
I'm
the
done interacting.
Misstep.
Forever.
First one, and I'll point this Misstep, and then I had that last Krark trigger to resolve, and that is an evens copies, has nothing to point at, so that'll fizzle, go to the bin. And then I've got Krark triggers for impulse. Is that okay?
Yep.
We've got a 4, so I'll go ahead 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll take that one. And then last Krark trigger is an even, so I'll copy again, and I will take that one. Spend 3 mana, go down to 4 floating. And I'm going to cast a Heat Shimmer, targeting the Sakashima, and I'm going to hold priority, spend 3 more mana to cast a Dual Caster.
Oh.
And holding the priority...
Yeah,
lets
there's
it go
they
off.
put 2 Krark triggers on the stack. I'm going to respond to the Krark triggers, and I'm going to put Dual Caster on top of that. This way, I don't need the Heat Shimmer to resolve, and I also have one tucked away underneath in case something weird happens on the stack right now. But basically, I don't need this Heat Shimmer to resolve to start infinitely dual casting.
Gotcha. So is there a way to interact with it at all? Is it just kind of, it happens regardless?
Dual Caster, if it resolves, will ETB and put an ETB trigger on the stack to copy the Heat Shimmer. You could Swords the Dual Caster, because that's what I'm going to copy.
Gotcha. Sorry to have you spell it out.
No, it's okay. It's confusing.
Hitting Sakashima, though, isn't the move right now, basically.
No, you would want to wait for the Dual Caster, because that's what I'm going to copy an infinite amount of times.
Sure. So we'll do that. We'll play out the triggers.
Okay, so Dual Caster comes onto the stack and creates a Dual Caster trigger, and I'm pointing it at the Heat Shimmer.
So I will tap 1, and I'll attempt to path the dual caster.
Wow, you got the path too, huh? Yeah, I think there's nothing that I can do about that. So path will get the Dual Caster. I will choose not to search my library.
Solid.
And then I've got Krark triggers on the stack for the Heat Shimmer. Is that okay?
Yep. I'm all out of stuff. No, actually, I'm not. So let me
Okay.
keep my mouth shut.
All right, so I've got a copy. I'm going to point the copy at Dockside Extortionist. All right, so I'm up to 10 here. Everyone's
that
always
for it?
like, Krark turns take so long. It's like, they wouldn't if you just let me win the game.
Yeah, just let it happen, right?
I mean, I'm ready to concede.
One more
be
Krark
done.
trigger. I mean, the game is over, technically. I mean, I'm going to get it, but Heat Shimmer's going to go back to hand. It's just going to take me longer now. I'll probably just cast the Heat Shimmer again. Probably makes sense to keep Heat Shimmering a couple more times. All right, so Heat Shimmer targeting the Sakashima, Krark trigger on the stack. It is a copy. I will make a copy of Sakashima, original Krark trigger. It is a copy again. I'll point the copy at Dockside Extortionist. I'll make 9 more mana. And then the original Heat Shimmer will go off, and I'll make a 4th Sakashima. Then I am going to spend one of these treasures for a red and cast a Rite of Flame, and I'll put 4 Krark triggers on the stack.
Lots of mana.
That's the idea. Roll for first. It is an odds, I'll put it back to hand. Second one is an odds, I'll put it back to hand. Third is an odds, I'll put it back to hand. And the fourth is an odds, I'll put it back to hand. Go ahead and do it again. I mean, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to resolve it at some point.
Yeah.
Do it again, and I'll copy. I'll make 2 red.
Shane Dino with the Tibalt. Yeah, if you start Tibalt's triggering that shit, we're in trouble.
Put it back to hand. Whoops. one off the table. Got an odd, we'll put it back to hand. And the last one is an even, so we'll copy it again. Go up to 4 red. I'm going to do it again. Roll for the first one. That's a copy. Roll for the second one. That is a put back to hand. Third is a put back to hand. And fourth is a put back to hand. Yeah, I don't want to use all my floating mana, so we'll do it one more time. Go down to 4 floating for our triggers. First one is a 2. We'll copy. Go up to 7 floating. Second one, copy. Go up to 9 floating. Third one is put back to hand. And fourth one is a put back to hand. Let's go ahead and cast Invoke Calamity. Go down to 4 red floating. I can cast up to 2 instants and or sorceries with total CMC 6 or less from my graveyard and or hand without paying their mana cost. If those spells will be put into your graveyard, exile them instead and exile the invoke. And then that's 4 cards.
Have a response.
Sure. This is a good spot.
I'll pitch a Hidden Spider for an endurance.
Sure, I think. Yeah, that has to be fine. I figured that was probably it. But yeah, that has to be fine. I will accept this.
All right, now I'm out of tricks.
Okay. Had to get there eventually.
Got to make you work for it. I wasn't sure if you were going to do some sort of graveyard, right? So
no, that's what I was working up to for sure. All right, so Krark trigger number 1 on this Evoke Calamity. I will roll. That is a copy. So let's put copies of 2 things in my hand: Geist Wave and Rite of Flame onto the stack, and those will each make 4 Krark triggers as well. Let's do the Geist Waves one first. So we got 4 of these here. Roll for the first. We got a copy, so I'm going to point the copy at I guess the Hullbreaker Horror is the respectable thing.
That seems fair.
Roll for a second one. Another copy, I'll point that at the opposition agent.
Also fair.
I've got a return to hand, and then I have got a return to hand for the last one. And then we have got the Rite of Flame with the 4 triggers as well. Return to hand on the first one, return to hand on the second one, return to hand on the third one, and copy on the fourth one. Go up to 6 floating red. And then we have got more Invoke Calamity triggers under that. Next one is a put back to hand. Next one is a copy. We'll do the same 2 again in the same order.
I've got a priority
return
out here somewhere.
Copy for the second one, pointed at my Mox Diamond, and I'll draw a card because it's Geist Wave. And the last one is a copy. And then I've got 2 more Invoke Calamity triggers. The first one is a copy. We are going to do the same business. Yeah.
So Invoke, it lets you play the stuff from your hand again for free?
As long as they're returning to my hand at some point and not all being copied. Yeah. I can just keep casting them.
What kind of sandwich did you make, Brian?
He's face deep in it right now.
Yeah, he's
actually doing my Duolingo for the day.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Second trigger is another return to hand. Third is a copy. I'll point it at the Toski. And the last one is a copy, and I'll point it at the dockside, and I'll draw a card. 4 Rite of Flame triggers now. We've got to put back to hand. We've got to put back to hand. We've got to put back to hand. And last one is a copy. 2 more red. And last Invoke Calamity trigger on the stack. Put back to hand. Thank God. Very much done resolving that spell. Okay, now that the opposition agent is gone, I am going to snap some of these treasures, cast a Spellseeker. You exiled my Dualcaster Mage, and now I have to do something super stupid. Maybe I don't. Can I propose a shortcut to the table that will just take me a long time?
Please?
Yeah, I'm F6 at this point.
So what I would like to do is get a Grape Shot with one of these Spellseeker triggers. I'm going to Geist Wave and put a certain amount of permanents back in people's hands, including the Spellseeker. I'm going to cast it again, and I'm going to get a Twin Flame, and then I can keep making more Krark and Sakashima copies to the point where it'll be pretty much mathematically impossible for me to not get this Grape Shot, and I'll Grape Shot you all to death.
Yep. Great.
Works for me.
Excellent.
I tried. Sorry to prolong it by interacting, but like, you know.
Well, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, I tried. I tried too. I had the chant.
Yeah, the chant. Oh, I was very glad that I was sandbagging the mental misstep.
Chant would have slapped. You know what would have really slapped is a Sanctum Prelate on 1.
Yeah, for sure.
It would have f***ed you right up.
Big congrats to Mod on the win! This was my very first time piloting Krark after lots of gold fishing, and while I missed a few triggers, it was an awesome learning experience overall. I was very unsure keeping that hand that held a lot of weight on its Mystic Remora. If Billy had a mental misstep, this would have been an extremely different game for me. Luckily, my bet that Brian was going to be forced to play into the Remora a little bit paid off. It was a really sweet game, and the interaction on my final turn was a lot of fun to navigate. While I hammed up the loss of my dual caster a bit, it actually presented a really fun challenge to now switch up from the very easy win con and find something more in line with the core philosophies of the deck, and I loved being able to close the game out on Grape Shot. It was an awesome game and everyone played it well despite it being inherently confusing towards the end. Huge shouts to my guests. Make sure you follow Alan and Mental Misplay here on YouTube as well as Twitch, and make sure you give Brian a subscribe over on Bosh and Roll, and make sure you subscribe to the Dark Depths podcast to hear Billy chat about all things Legacy and Modern. Remember, if you like this video, one of the best ways to support us is by leaving a comment and hitting that like and subscribe button. It's incredibly helpful and always appreciated. If you want to support the channel more directly, become a patron to catch episodes early and unlock exclusive bonus content. One final thank you to all of our patrons who make great content like this possible. And thank you for watching. Be good to yourself, everyone.